Welcome back, everyone. If you don't know what's going on here, this is NEBOSH IGC1. I've been taking up, I've been taking this topic or this course, my previous videos. You can look them up and you see the beginning. This is employer's responsibilities and the worker's responsibilities. Like I said earlier, I said both the worker and the employer has their roles to play in ensuring safety in the workplace. I was talking about the recommendations and the let's say convention put up by the ILO in the what's it called now? Is it safety guidelines given to both individuals and let me just say national bodies? Yes, I said the convention are the one that set up the basic policy, while the recommendations puts the details. They give the details, and then whoever has responsibilities to ensure that these safety standards are met. That's what the recommendation does. Now, these are the workers' responsibilities according to the ILO and of the convention, Article 16. You can see them here, and then also by the recommendation, this is the employee's responsibility. He's to take care of his own safety and other people's safety. Like I've been saying, he should take care for the things they do and the things they don't do, or the things they fail to do. He should comply with health and with safety instructions and procedures. You should use the safety equipment properly and not tamper with it or alter it, and report anything that they believe could be hazardous or anything hazardous, incident, accident, dangerous occurrence, anything like that. They should report it to their superiors or supervisors, and also report any work related accidents or ill health. This is the um, responsibilities of the employee or worker. Then, like I said, the responsibility also of the employer, according to ILO, stated here, is to provide, very similar to the previous ones. Very similar to the previous rules or duties, or legal duties. If you look at them, they are just written with in a different, will I say, meaning or sentence. But if you look at them, they all mean the same thing. So it says here to provide a workplace and work equipment and use work methods which are safe and no risk to health, provide instruction and training, necessary supervision, to put in place health and safety arrangements, all of that. If you just, we can pause video and read it, and you see that they're very similar to what I just said. Now, these are the workers' rights. Now, these are rights that the worker has. It says here the right to be provided with the adequate information and actions the employer has taken to ensure occupational safety and health. The worker has a right to know the measures that the employer has put in place to ensure that he works safely. Worker has that right. He has a right to training. Yes, he has a right to be instructed, and he also has a right to consult the employer on matters relating health and safety, particularly if it relates to their job. He has a right to consult the um, employer. The worker also has a right to leave a place or a job if he has reason to believe that the job or the place where he works poses serious danger to his life or health, and he should not be compelled to return until it is safe. Yes, that's the rights of the workers. If you read them, you understand better. Now, the role of the enforcement agencies what will I call it now? Are more like the check for conformance and non-conform or non-conformance. The check for compliance and non-compliance. You have, like I said earlier, you have the ISO, International Standard Organization. You have the ILO, National Labor Organization. You have the Occupational Safety and Health Administration. You have the Occupational Safety and Health Act. You have the local authorities, the one that operates within a region or a country. Yes, they have a job their job is here is to ensure that every organization meets the legal standards, they meet up their legal obligations, or they face the penalties, the consequences, which can be in form of formal enforcement action, yes, prosecution in the criminal court or fines, and then prosecution of individuals, directors, you know, managers, workers. They could prosecute them, or even the company could be shut down. Yes, the organization could be shut down if if the violation is very serious, maybe loss of so many lives, and you know due to violation of health and safety standards. Now, I'll also look at, now these are revision questions. State three legal duties of an employer that an employer has to comply. Like I said earlier, these are likely NEBOSH exam questions. You should take notes of them. You shouldn't neglect them. One, the first legal duty is to ensure that the place of work is safe. Yes, safe. Let's just say safe working environments. Yes, ensure the safe place of work. Then the second one is you can say provision of instruction, training, and supervision and competency of staff. And you can also say ensure safe working procedures or safe system of works. Now that's three of them. Now I told you, I said safe plant and equipment, ensure that the provision of safe plant and equipment was the fourth one. I can also say provision of personal protective equipment. Now these are the legal duties of an employer. Now the legal duties of a worker, like I said earlier, he has to ensure that he takes care of his own self and the people around him. That's mind the things he does and the things he doesn't do. Yes, he should be careful of that. And then he should adhere to safety instruction, that is cooperating with his employer. He should also what did I say earlier now? He should also use the safety equipment given to him and not tamper with them. He should report any dangerous issue, any ill health, or anything like that to his superior or his employer or hierarchy. Now, the consequences of an employer not complying with health and safety responsibility, like I said, you have legal actions and what would I call it now? Prosecution. Yes, he could be prosecuted in the courts, in the criminal courts. It could lead to paying of fines. Legal actions could be taken against the employer, and also the organization could even be forced to be shut down. Yes, depending on how serious like the violations are, like I said. So, in summary of chapter 1, this is the end of chapter 1 of IGC 1. I said health and safety is a multidisciplinary topic that requires knowledge across so many range of subjects. It's a multidisciplinary subject. Health and safety, it requires so much. So so many disciplines come together to form the backbone, this foundation, the building blocks of health and safety. Then the other one I said was the barriers to health and safety, the complexity of the workplace, conflicting and competing demands. Yes, trying to make profits and thereby neglecting the health and safety standards. Like when you want to deliver maybe some tons of maybe timber or a particular product or good to an organization, and instead of taking it by the normal let's say quantity, you overload the vehicle, you put so much pressure on the driver, you give him short time frame to meet up, and then he drives all night, he's under tension, and this could lead to accident, and this is a hazard, neglecting health and safety procedures. Then the second one says, the other one you can point out here is there are also reasons why organization has to manage health and safety. Like I said, social, moral, and economic reasons. Then I also talk about the basic requirements, the is it the authorities now, the ILO, the ISO. They're here to tell of the ILO convention and recommendation, the requirements of international standards that govern health and safety. Okay, the recommendation and the convention C155 R164. They also looked at some details in the duties that these two standards place on employers and workers. We read them earlier. There's no, I don't have much time because this video is always very large, and uploading it really takes so much, so I always have to talk as fast as I can, and I can't really explain everything the way it should. So please bear with me. This is not really a NEBOSH training. You get your training from your course provider, but this is just to help you understand the book. This is just to boost your understanding where you're not having when you're not getting it clearly, you know. So I said I discussed the consequences for an employer not complying with legal standards together with the problem issue of worker compensation. Yes, if an employer doesn't also comply with legal standards, apart from going to face the criminal court, he will also have to pay the worker compensation for damages. Yes, for damages also. And then noted sources of information. Okay, yes, sources of information. I didn't say that. Sources of information, you have the internal and external sources. Okay, sources of information on national health and safety standards. Okay, you have the ILO, you have the websites, you have the journals. You can check them. ILO journals, ILO websites, ISO journals. You have the occupational safety and health website too. You have their what will I call them? Yeah, yes, you have them, so you can check them there. These are noted information on national health and safety standards. These are bodies that set standards on health and safety, and you can check them all out as to guide you. So this will be the end of chapter 1. I'm going to end the video now. I would continue chapter 2, which talks on the which goes more into the management part of health and safety. This is just the foundation. The management begins more in chapter 2. You have 5 arms. You have policy, organizing, planning, evaluation, and audits. Yes. So we're going to be looking at those 5 one after the other. Yes. So that will be all for now. I'll see you later in my next video. Thank you.